So, it's been a while, it's been about 2 weeks since my last video, and of course, my last video was about The Last of Us, and this one will again be about The Last of Us, because of course we had the Last of Us media event happen on the 24th of September, and I did want to try and put this video out on that same day, but I just didn't get the chance, and also because I was, quite frankly, too drunk to record anything. But I wanted to talk about this because this is probably the single most controversial piece of news we've had from this media event, because of course we had the release date announced, which was February, which was cool. We had a lot of stuff shown of the single player, but the main talking point from this event is regarding the multiplayer mode, aka factions. Now, for those of you who are still somehow not aware of this news, it's been confirmed by Naughty Dog that The Last of Us Part 2 will not have multiplayer. The multiplayer mode has been pretty much ditched, and the reasoning for this was that because they stated that The Last of Us Part 2 was the most ambitious campaign they've ever made, and so they had to make this hard choice of focusing either on that or the multiplayer, and they decided to just put their hands in one basket and just completely get rid of the multiplayer mode, at least for now, for the launch of The Last of Us Part 2. Now, what is interesting is that Naughty Dog has actually said that they may be open to actually making a multiplayer mode for The Last of Us, but that it will probably be released as its own standalone thing, and it will probably be coming at some point later on, maybe in 2020 or whenever, I don't know. But it does seem as if they want to continue factions. It just won't be a part of The Last of Us Part 2 in terms of with its single player campaign. My thoughts on this are very, very, very 50-50, because I've not really talked a lot about The Last of Us multiplayer, but anybody who's watched this channel pretty much since the early days, like when I first started the channel, one of the main things I always uploaded was clips of me on The Last of Us multiplayer, especially when it came to PS4. Like, I've put so many hours into this multiplayer that it's honestly unreal, and I really do like The Last of Us multiplayer. It is one of my favourite multiplayers ever, and it was really cool and really different, and I was really excited to see what they were going to do with The Last of Us Part 2 with this multiplayer. But now that it's not going to be included with the main game, I am pretty bummed out, because although I am excited for the single player, it's always nice to have that thing that you'll always come back to and you can play with your friends. And I think it kind of shows how Naughty Dog are moving away from what they used to be. With the Uncharted for multiplayer, I mean, everybody, including myself, views that as a disappointment. I mean, I still play it occasionally, but nowhere near to the level that I did for Uncharted 2 or Uncharted 3. And overall, it was a bit of an underwhelming multiplayer mode, and now we're not even getting one at the launch of The Last of Us Part 2, which is very upsetting to say the least. Although I am happy that they're at least trying to continue it, and they are at least seeming to recognise the fact that a lot of people, including myself, are very upset that there's not going to be one at launch. I'm just really 50-50 about the entire thing, because, like I said, I love the multiplayer. I respect them wanting to, focus on the single player, because the single player is the main area of the game that I'm the most excited for. But it's just a shame, because I would have liked that extra bonus afterwards. But I guess this just puts more pressure on the single player to really live up to it if they felt that it was more important than having a multiplayer at launch. So that's going to be interesting to see. Of course, like I said, we got to see some new gameplay as well of The Last of Us Part 2, and they showed off a release date as well of, I believe it was February 21st. Which I kind of predicted. I did make a video about 12 months back where I said that the game would probably launch in late 2019 or early 2020. February, I'm pretty sure there was a leaked release date that I think was like the 28th of February, so they're only a week off, so it's a good date for the game. Early in the year, you kind of avoid a lot of the big competition, so no. But yeah, the multiplayer is easily the biggest talking point, and yeah, it's got a lot of people talking, a lot of people split down the middle, and yeah, that's really my basic thoughts on it. And I am upset about it, but at the same time, I can sort of understand why they want to do it. But like I say, it just makes it even more of a pressure point now to really deliver with that campaign. To kind of make that choice of putting that over the multiplayer, worth it in terms of for us as players. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the video today. Not a very long one, but I just wanted to give my quick thoughts on this news, because a lot of people had been asking me about this, like what my thoughts were, and I just didn't have the time to make a video at uni. So I thought when I get home, just get one out and tell you guys my thoughts about it. But yeah, let me know in the comment section below what you think about this, because I'm very interested to hear the replies. Like I said, I've seen a lot of 50-50 statements, people saying they're not bothered about the multiplayer, people saying they're really bummed out about it. So, let me know down below how you feel about it. And yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again in the next video.